you know, I had to be the one to tell the mother, your son is dead. And the sad part is that she was not able to identify his body until the day of the funeral. And I had to go with her. I'm sorry.
It's all right, Gwen. Take your time.
Take your time, sis.
So we get to the funeral. I remember Mikey was there. And Mikey had never met this Haki. There's so many Zulu rats in the city. I have like over 80 Zulus. But they're connected, but it's just so many. And he's walking up and down the aisle, trying to make sure everybody and their mother's okay. So when we went to view Troy's body, he was dirty. He had dirt over here, he had dirt in his nails, and I remember dusting him off and doing this at the same time. And so I go over and I talk to Miss Holly, and we're talking, and I said, but I asked her, I said, when did you identify his body? Because it was just a question. And she said, when I asked you to come in here with me about 25 minutes ago. I said, are you sure? She said, yeah. I said, how did his clothes get here? She said, the funeral home just told me to bring some clothes, some underwear, and a t-shirt. I said, okay. Never heard of nothing like that. Okay. So I sit behind her, and you know, the two brothers are locked up. So they brought the brothers in shackles, even made the whole situation even worse. Because not only all of us was identifying his body at the same time, and they separated the brothers over there, because you can't connect with the family when they're incarcerated. You can't do nothing. So finally, I talked to one of the guards to try to get some reconnection, because the one brother was locked up for about 3 years. Then come to find out when the twin came home, he's the identical twin. The identical twin, you know, I had to question him because he never mourned. They didn't even allow him to come out to see his identical twin to be buried. The identical twin told me they threw him in a hole. All this happened on, you know, when they found out the brother died, they contacted the prison that he was at, and there was no issue. They just basically, I guess that's where they wanted him to mourn, was in the hole. So the question is, how long did it take everybody here to identify their family body?
Well, I got the news, I think it was 18 hours. 18 hours. My son was found with his license with our current address on it. I didn't get to identify him because the coroner said he was who he was. And I think I didn't identify him to the day before the funeral. Yeah.
Oh, God. That's bad.
After Ishmael was assassinated, we were there. Understand that we were there. We seen them kill our son. So please absorb all that. We were on the phone with him, talking to him when they killed him. They call that in. They told my family that was there on site that they were working on him, that he wasn't dead, he was still alive. But they shot him twice in the heart and blew his heart out. He never knew it hit him. It was a military unit that killed our son. What's in the Harrisburg Police Department? Norfolk County Circuit. And this is what they want to keep in our community. This is what they ask for y'all. So they take him out of the back of the apartment building where they assassinated him at, acting like they were working on him. And when Ishmael got shot, we seen how he fell. We knew he was dead. Remember, we were there. We get down to the police station, and there's police everywhere, but a lot of community was coming in, and we needed to diffuse the situation as quickly as possible because folks was pissed. They were upset. They didn't let us see Ishmael. My husband and I could not see Ishmael. They kept trying to tell us that Ishmael might make it, so they were lying to us the whole time. When the physician came out and pulled my husband and I to a private room in Harrisburg Hospital to the right, in a real private room they put me in, the first thing he looked at my husband and I and said, "I'm sorry for your loss, but they murdered your kid." The doctor told us they murdered our son. We knew all along stuff was wrong, but when you had a physician tell you that the police murdered your son, it gets even better. The DA didn't release the body to us. My husband and I went to Patrick, the coroner, Dalton County. It's in the paper, you read it. Interrupted his press conference about Ishmael. He met with us for 45 minutes, but we went there and interrupted his lunch. We wanted to know what you were going to talk about. And how can we get our son back? The focus that I'm saying is that his name is Ishmael Muhammad. We couldn't even give him a Muslim funeral if we wanted to because they had took us past the 72-hour window. To this day, we don't have none of his belongings, no death certificate.
Wow. Wow.
Jeez.
What do you hide? So it's a lot of stuff. They're not right. They don't care. It's a lot of stuff. And all I can say is that we really have to make some changes. One thing I'm a little disappointed, I'm going to say this out to everybody, I can see a voter registration thing here. And whether you believe in the right to vote or not, I really don't care. But you know what, I can talk and complain because I do that. So we got to use what's already out there as our tools to fight this fight. And because I do that, there's several people in my family that do that too. So when I'm talking to folks and I know they running for office, they know when they look over here, they know that there's numbers and votes. I can at least give you about 8 to 10, maybe 12. Because the voting block or voting power. So I do that. I exercise that right. Good, bad, or indifferent. That's why I do what I do. I encourage all y'all to do it. Because the power of the vote is the reason why we're having this forum. The power of the vote is the reason why they had the prison industrial complex, because you're not exercising their rights and they're doing what they want to do. So I encourage y'all to do that and stay local. That's where your power is at. It's not with President Obama or the next president. Right?
That's right. That's right.
Okay? Because we got a DA that's been in office for 20 years, still running unopposed, like somebody's acting like they scared to run against him. He got all the power and control. What's wrong? Something's really wrong with this picture. Sending our children away for 100 years.
Wow.
Something's wrong with this picture. So like I said, I'm just calling it out.